who we saw that spin earlier on, Jacques Marquet, manhandling the rear wing of the car about there. Some of these guys are trying to change onto wet tyres now. They've decided they've got it wrong. And what this is all about is the fact that the cars are still in parc ferme and the drivers are not supposed to touch the cars, nor are the mechanics. Now here we can see that spin earlier on, and it was indeed Marquet who caused the spin. Bleekemolen spun to avoid him, and poor old Adrian Cottrell just got involved with a blocked track. And so to the restart. And Coyne almost jumped the start there. I wonder if he'll get penalised for that. He started to go and then stopped and then went again. Plato it is, though, that got the jump on him. Now, will Coyne do the same as last time and go around the outside of him? He will!
I mean, Plato should have been wise to that after the first time he did it. And there we have a spinner, someone into the gravel. That's number 33.
Yep, 33 there, Didier Defournay is out of the action already. And Coyne, a remarkable start there from Dave Coyne. He's already got 3 or 4 cars lengths on Plato, and then the next man up in third place is Evan Kersbergen.
It'll be quite interesting to see whether Coyne does actually get penalised for that jump start. He very nearly crossed the line. It sort of depends on the people at the start line. If he hasn't actually crossed the line, they might not drop him a place. So we have Verdun Rose slipping by the inside of one of the Pennzoil cars.
Yeah, one of the Fortec cars there, yes, and it was indeed Bobby Verdun Rose. So Verdun Rose moves up a slot, going through McLean's, around Coppice now. Number 8, Finn Murray, in behind the second of the Pennzoil cars. Cottrell is back in this race, but there is no sign of Marquet.
Yeah, Verdun Rose doing another manoeuvre on one of the other Pennzoil cars. It's number 45. He's been followed through now by the teammate, which is quite a good move. Now they come down into the Melbourne hairpin, which is normally one of the favourite places to overtake, and also an area where there might be some contact, because it's a... No, Verdun Rose managed to do that.
Kersbergen is Verdun Rose's next victim. Plenty of close dicing going on behind, and once again, one of the Pennzoil cars follows him through, and that was Frank ten Vold. These two still going at it. Verdun Rose still in front of them, but Kersbergen and ten Vold having a good dice there behind.
They're very close now into Redgate, with the other Pennzoil cars overtaking now. Yeah, on the damp line coming into, which was quite a good manoeuvre considering there is a damp line off on the inside. That was quite good that he actually managed to hold it all together under braking.
Frank Eglum, the driver there. Third place Verdun Rose then. Fourth place is Kersbergen. And then in fifth is ten Vold, and Eglum is back behind ten Vold again. Next man up is Finn Murray, and there goes Murray trying to make a move on the inside there of Eglum. He's now switched sides and gone to the outside, because that will become the inside for McLean's, if you see what I mean.
That was a good manoeuvre there into McLean's. A very neat manoeuvre. It didn't look like he was even going to do it, and just managed to slip up the inside. I think he caught Kersbergen completely by surprise there. All that this is happening is meaning that the 2 at the front, or the 3 at the front, are just going to be able to get away. These lot are so busy battling together that they're going to allow the leaders to have a completely clear chance of going away. As you can see, there's a very large gap between Verdun Rose and this battle. Oh, there's one car on the grass. That's Antolainen.
Yep, Antolainen on the grass there. Over the curves there goes Finn Murray, and I think there was a bit of bodily contact there. He takes a glance across to look at Frank Eglum, who I don't think he's impressed with either. And Eglum snatches the place back off Finn Murray.
Basically, he tried to do the usual overtaking as the chicane, got it wrong, and that slows him up into the approach to the Melbourne. It was easy for Eglum to overtake there. I wonder if Murray will have another attempt here. Yep, there he goes. That was very clean, very tidy. He's actually managed to keep it quite on line. I expected him to slide wider than that. Be interesting to see how Murray gets on now, whether he can catch the other driver.
Fantastic dicing going on up and down the field in Formula Renault, as usual, and Murray now goes for the inside there alongside of ten Vold. Comes out a little bit wider and possibly a little bit slower, and ten Vold is back on the inside of him now as they come down through the Craner curves towards the old hairpin. Now, what will Murray do about this?
Murray's car seems to be, I think, much better set up than Tim Alder's car. He seems to have a lot more grip everywhere. I mean, it seems quite surprising considering honestly. He keeps trying either side. He'd be better off waiting until he can have a good run at him. Maybe get a good run through McLean's and through Coppice, and then overtake him on the straight into the chicane again.
Takes a look going up the hill there towards Coppice. Round Coppice they go now. We'll see if he takes your advice here, Derek, and sits in the slipstream and perhaps has a go coming down underneath the bridge into the braking area for the S's or the chicane. In fact, it's the man behind Murray that's done that. 45 Eglum has looked to do that. Murray's protected the inside line there, but again has lost a little bit of ground, got a little bit sideways there, and is coming under quite a lot of pressure now from Eglum.
I think Murray's just tried a little bit too hard and has lost his rhythm in a couple of corners, and that's what's made him sort of lose ground on Ken Walder. And now he's got Eglum climbing all over the back. And they have Coyne. Coyne has a problem.
With his hand in the air, he's got a problem there, weaving from side to side. There's obviously something wrong with the car, and that's going to allow Plato to catch him up. Coyne's still weaving around. You can see the car twitching there, and it's going crabwise in a straight line.
It looks like a rear toe lift, which is made, yeah, you can see that the rear tyre is sort of stepping out and giving it sort of toe steer, which is a very uncomfortable car to drive. I'd be surprised if Coyne could make it to the end of the race.
So problems for Dave Coyne. The lead now taken over by Jason Plato as we return to this tremendous dice.
They're still at it. It's quite good that they haven't taken each other off, considering that they've been that close together, and it's a really good race between them both.
Well, Ten Vold still ahead of Finn Murray, but Eglum has dropped back now.
I should imagine if Murray keeps his calm, he should be able to get by him. He's quicker. Here we have Coyne completely out of shape again at Coppice. The rear, there's something definitely broken at the rear of the car. I don't think he'll make the finish.
So Coyne in problems. Now, here goes Murray on the inside coming up towards Coppice. The apex is completely blind to you there.
That was a very good manoeuvre, because that's probably one of the most difficult places to overtake because of the apex, as you said, being blind. There's Coyne going very slowly, Verdenroe about to overtake him.
So Coyne drops another spot. And you can see sparks coming from the rear of the car there. It's trailing on the ground. Now surely Coyne will head for the pits this time. Nope. He's going to try and keep going for a little bit longer. You can see he's in terrible trouble there, trying to just keep the car going in a straight line, let alone going around corners.
That's it now. You can see that the left rear wheel is about to part company almost with the whole of the car, so Coyne unfortunately will have to stop. After driving a brilliant race from the start and leading very comfortably, that's very unfortunate for him. You can see his disappointment.
Well, poor Dave Coyne steps out of the car, has a look at the rear end.
And Finn Murray has got by Finn Walder. Now he's clear. Maybe he will get away. He might even be able to catch up to Verdenroe. I think Verdenroe has quite a comfortable lead in second place now.
So, Murray up a spot. Oscar Middlorp there, getting sideways at the old hairpin. Flash of sparks as the rear of the car hits the curb. Collects it all back together again and sets off, having lost, what, 1, 2, 3 places now.
That just shows how difficult it is when you just put 1 or 2 wheels onto the slightly wet. That's it with slicks. You have no... There, Plato really sort of trying very hard. So I'm surprised he's quite a comfortable lead that he's trying as hard as he is. Or actually, it appears that it's actually raining now.
Yeah, there's more water coming down and going straight on there and straight through one of the marker boards. 35, Jose Sally, and on into the tyres.
He was a complete passenger there. I mean, he just sort of put a wheel on the grass and that's it. As you can see, the circuit has changed completely. I mean, they're all struggling now to make it round. I mean, this could be quite interesting in that they only have to make a small mistake and someone could make a bigger advantage. I mean, Verdenroe is still there in second place, but there's an absolute miles of distance between him and the third place man. Hasn't even come into picture yet.
And of course, with this much water about, it really is a problem if you're on slick tyres. Now, hang on a minute, what's happened to Finn Murray now? Well, the man who's making ground is Antolainen.
Yeah, it appears that he's had the biggest advantage out of that. I mean, Finn Murray must have made a mistake, which is very easy. As you can see now, where there was a dry line appearing before, there's now nothing. And Antolainen's managed to, with his finished style of driving on ice and snow, managed to make up some time.
He has indeed. Antolainen is charging up through the field. He's made 3 or 4 places since we last looked at him. And his teammate's not doing too badly either. He's taken yards off Jason Plato.
This is what I'm saying. Plato's got probably the worst situation, is he's leading the race, and the last thing you want to do is make a mistake. And here we have someone in the gravel. Well,
this is Ivan Arias from Spain. I've never seen anybody do that before. He's got the car stuck in the sand. He got out of the car, lifted it off, and he's getting back in to drive off now.
There was times I wish I could have done that. I here we have Antolainen and Tim Walder, I think it is.
Yep, Antolainen has moved up a spot. He's now up to 3rd place. Now here's Jason Plato. How close is Bobby Verden-Rowe to him now?
He was about 3 seconds back on the last bit, and I wonder what it'll be now. Actually, Plato looks as though he's made a mistake there. Yes, he slid very wide. That will reduce the gap to Verden-Rowe. As you can see Verden-Rowe in the background.
Well, Verden-Rowe looked to be in the same sort of trouble. Now here is Finn Murray once again, dicing with Frank ten Vold. Behind is Eglum, and there's Adrian Cottrell. Now here comes Jason Plato to start another lap. Verden-Rowe getting ever closer to him. And Plato had his arm in the air there, and the checkered flag is out. The flag has come out early. Now here's Finn Murray trying to make up 4th place right at the end of the race here. I don't think he knows it's the end of the race yet. Charging through on the inside of Frank ten Vold, and ten Vold will finish in 5th. 6th will be Frank Eglum. Confirmation of the results there, a win for Jason Plato from Verden-Rowe and Antolainen, and we hear now from a disappointed Dave Coyne.
Rear rose joints broke on the rear suspension. It happened going down to the S's, just broke as I turned in.
Just when you looked in the bag as well?
Can't believe it. I thought I'd won it the first time, and the second start, the same thing happened. I thought, well, that's it, I was just cruising. I wasn't even trying.
Well, after winning the 2nd round of the British Series, this makes it 2 in a row for Plato, even if it was a bit of a surprise.
The first time, though, I'd won the race was I saw the mechanics jumping down the pit wall. I didn't see the flag at all.